Hey everyone, I'm Carmen, and my roommate / partner in crime is Billy.
Behan.
What up, Bill?
Let's go.
Billy and I have been Yellowcard fans for a long time, since 2004 really, and we've been pretty obsessed with the band since that period of time. And we thought with this all punked up 20 questions for 20 years of Yellowcard article that came out, that we would go through a podcast answering these questions and our thought process on how we got there, as well as coming up with a few of our own questions as well that we were going to dive into. So without further ado, Bill, first Yellowcard song you heard?
Well, Ocean Avenue. Shocker. You've heard the story before, but I was on my couch. I think it was a beautiful Saturday morning. And I used to just sit there and listen to the radio sometimes. And Ocean Avenue came on. I believe it was Kiss FM 103.5. And started playing, and it was love. First listen. And I remember thinking the song is incredible. This band is amazing. And then I remember the guys on the radio were talking about how it sounded like Simple Plan's I'd Do Anything. And then they were like playing the songs back and forth. And it was just so cool.
Yeah.
It was a great time.
Yeah, I don't necessarily see the similarities between I Do Anything and Ocean Avenue, but I mean that whole story is amazing. Yeah,
absolutely.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So how about you? First Yellowcard song you ever heard?
Yeah, I was thinking about this, and I honestly think it was way away in a video game. I think it was Madden, whatever year that was.
Oh yeah.
I would assume 04. And I remember I liked that song, and then on our White Pines trip to Jim Brault's lake house,
oh yeah,
Ocean Avenue came on the radio, and I was like, well, this song's awesome, and you're like, dude, yeah, this song is so good. I found it a while ago, like it's amazing. And then I was like, yeah, like, and then I figured out like Way Away was on the same album, and I was like, dude, you should burn me this CD.
Yes.
Way back when. And then you did, and then I don't remember this part, but like you claimed that like 2 weeks later I knew all the lyrics to every single song,
yeah.
And then from then on we were just like obsessed.
It's true. I remember being in your basement, dude, and like you knew more lyrics than I did, and I had the CD for longer than you.
That's hilarious.
I don't know how you knew them all. You
Yeah.
had to listen to it on repeat.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I tend to do that with new albums still, so that doesn't surprise me. But
Love it.
That's how it got started. Thank you, Way Away and Ocean Avenue. Alrighty, next question, big one. Favorite Yellowcard song of all time?
Well, I gotta go with Ocean Avenue. It's just there's so many memories behind this song that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You can't compare any other song to it, even though it sounds cliche. Still remember 6th grade, like the best times we had with this song. I remember that school dance that you ran to from the soccer field. They played it at that dance, and it was incredible. And then I also remember hearing it at the after party too, and it was awesome. And you'll get a kick out of this story too. So Lake Geneva, when we went to Jim's lake house, do you remember I brought my Discman with the CD?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Okay, and I honestly remember to this day, before that trip, I was like packing my bag, and the last thing I was like, should I bring my Discman or not? I'm not sure. And then I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then like we were all listening to it. We couldn't listen to it at the same time because we didn't have speakers.
Yeah.
But like I remember we'd like put the headphones on each other and like listen to it. And I always, like, to this day, I'll be like, that's the best decision I ever made. And, like, jokingly to myself, if I'm, like, made a good decision, I'll be like, I'll put that second to the Ocean Avenue decision.
Oh, that's hysterical. That's amazing.
And then, another good story about Ocean Avenue back in the day was, I remember that summer after 6th grade, I got a voicemail at my house from Sam Reynolds. And because she knew I loved that song, and she was like, oh, Bill, this song came on the radio and thought of you, so I thought you'd want to hear it, and then just like put the phone up to the speaker.
That's hysterical.
It was awesome.
That is amazing. That's a great reason to have it as your top song.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure. That's hysterical.
How about you, man?
I don't know. I'm so torn with this question. I feel like it's like so cliche to say Ocean Avenue, and like it definitely is my favorite song up through the hiatus, no doubt about it. I don't know. As I've grown older, I feel like my natural inclination is to say Southern Air is my favorite Yellowcard song of all time and favorite song of all time. I've like ever since that album came out, I just like that song was it for me, and it's so good. And it's still every time I hear it, I just get so jacked up, and I feel like I get jacked up to hear Ocean Avenue, but when I hear Southern Air, I feel like I get more jacked up and like more emotional about it, and I feel like that just tells that it's like my favorite song. Like when I need to go to song to like feel good or to like get pumped up about something, like that's the song I go to like every single time. Yes. And it never fails. Oh yeah. So good. I would say that song, no doubt about it. But yeah, plenty of good songs out there, and those are
so hard to pick.
It is so hard to pick, but those are definitely two of the best.
Oh, no doubt.
No doubt. All right, next is number 3. Favorite Yellowcard music video. Let me guess what you're gonna say.
I wonder.
I really wonder.
Seems like I'm not even like a true Yellowcard fan because I say Ocean Avenue every time.
Yeah. Classic.
But there's something about that video and like just the way it cycles through like the same sequence of events over and over, and what he's like learned from it, and he's just like flying through it. It's just such a good feeling, and you get that one scene where he looks like me too.
Yep.
So
absolutely, it's hilarious.
All those reasons, I would have to go with Ocean Avenue.
Yeah.
How about you?
I've thought about this question a little bit. I can't really pinpoint anything else besides Ocean Avenue as like the best music video. I think there's a few really good ones out there. For example, I feel like people don't think about this one, but the Be the Young acoustic video, like that's really cool. It's like different.
I don't remember that one.
I think it's a bunch of them, just like pictures of like them on tour and then like playing live acoustically, and that's when O'Donnell was in the band. He's a stud.
Oh yeah.
So, and then I also tend to think about like Rough Landing Holly, like good, not like unreal, like Light Up the Sky, okay. Yeah. Like any of the other ones for like When You're Through Thinking, Say Yes, like Sing For Me is amazing, but I would probably still pick Ocean Avenue. Southern Air, they did the main one with Here I Am Alive with Tay Jardine.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that one was good, not great. And then I guess like through the last 2 albums, nothing really like was like, wow, that was amazing.
What was it? Hang You Up was kind of interesting.
Hang You Up was, that was funny. I enjoyed that one a lot. And I really like the For You and Your Denial one too. Just because it was like the first like comeback, like this is like the preview of what Yellowcard's going to be again. Definitely. And it got me really jacked up. But I think when you look at it and like how much fun they had with the Ocean Avenue video and like in tandem with how good the song is, it's like hard to choose against them.
Right. Which one was the video where... Was it Rough Landing Holly or one of those where he was like going through a sink?
Yeah, it was Rough Landing Holly. Yeah,
that one was pretty cool actually.
Yeah, and then they have it's like that sheep it's a sheep right on the
suitcase.
Yeah, on the suitcase, the same one in Ocean Avenue.
Yeah,
that's pretty funny.
That's awesome.
I think an underrated one is Powder when Ryan looks like the caddy from
Happy Gilmore.
Yes, that's so funny. It's probably the funniest music video. It's definitely not my favorite, but it's pretty. So great. It's pretty funny though, no doubt about that. Yeah. So I feel like that's not like a hugely important question, but yeah, cool. All right, 4. Ooh, favorite Yellowcard album. I wonder what you're gonna say.
Well, it's close, but with the memories, you have to pick Ocean Avenue.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But When You're Through Thinking, Say Yes is close too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like the feelings of that album right after they came back from hiatus, just out of this world.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
So fresh.
Yeah, I think those 2 albums is where they have the biggest depth in them. Like from front to back, like those albums just destroy. Like every single song.
Oh yeah.
Is unreal.
Not even close.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of have to like think about like the memories of Ocean Avenue versus just like the feelings you got when hearing that album for the first time, like how awesome that was. Right. Like that was incredible.
Oh yeah.
For When You're Through Thinking, Say Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, I also think about like, well, if there wasn't the Ocean Avenue album, there would be like no When You're Through Thinking, Say Yes album.
It's true.
And it's just like that. And I think Ocean Avenue also has an upper hand in that it's 13 songs, whereas Say Yes is only 10.
Yeah.
And the quality of the entire album, of Ocean Avenue, is just beyond.
Yeah.
So, I've thrown that around trying to rationalize how Ocean Avenue couldn't be the best one.
Right.
But it definitely is.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know, you start with the first 4, and then you go into Life of a Salesman, forget, and then Only One. It's just like...
There's just no bad part of that
Right,
album.
absolutely. No. Yeah. And then, there's obviously the main songs on Ocean Avenue, like Ocean Avenue, Breathing, Believe, Way Away, Only One.
Yeah.
And then you think about when you're through thinking, Say Yes, you have Be the Young, you have, the common songs like Freedom Your Denial, probably not as good as other,
the lower tiers.
Yeah, the lower tiers on Ocean Avenue,
yeah.
Obviously. Same with Hang You Up. When you're through, or The Sound of You and Me is an amazing song.
Oh, yeah.
I would put that right up there with any song on Ocean Avenue.
Definitely.
Sing For Me, amazing. But then, Hide, probably.
Right.
And With You Around, while a great song, no doubt about it, you would probably still put that on the lower tiers of Ocean Avenue.
Yeah.
But both amazing albums, no doubt about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Next question, number 5. We're rolling right along. Favorite song from the Underdog EP or one for the kids?
Well, can we do both?
Yeah, let's do both.
Alright, good. So, Underdog EP, it's gotta be Finish Line. I would say it might be my favorite intro to any Yellowcard song.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
It's just so, he just hits it.
Yeah.
He doesn't need an intro, it's just boom.
Yeah, that's true.
It's right up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Finish Line's definitely my favorite off of the Underdog EP. Just really high energy.
Oh, yeah.
Really great melodies. Really great songwriting for when Ryan was however old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slow punk.
Yeah. Yeah. Except he's basically probably was only a few years younger than we are right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That's and then how about for
one for the kids.
Yes.
Gotta go with Rough Draft.
Dude, I was gonna say that.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah.
It's just such an emotionally awesome song.
Yeah.
And that bridge gets me every time. Such good writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it blows all the other songs on that album away.
Yeah. Rough Draft is definitely the best slow song I've ever heard, without a doubt.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing. I feel like the band hasn't taken as much credit for that song as it could, because that song's amazing. When I think about other songs on that album, the only song that I think could kind of compare to, in terms of quality like that, is October Nights. Just because the pure emotion and raw energy on that song, and just it's so,
the freedom of that album is just the songs go where they want to.
Yeah, they tend to they go wherever they want.
Awesome.
They do whatever they want, and it sounds still pretty cohesive and great to listen
definitely.
to. But Rough Draft just hits you with, I hate this phrase, but all the feels.
I knew you were gonna say it.
So
it's true though.
Yeah, it hits you right square in the mouth, and that's a good thing. So that's what you want from the song.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like there's not, in our opinion, a lot of argument for those. I do wish Rough Draft showed up on the March Madness bracket.
It didn't?
No, I don't think so. Well, actually, no, it did. No, it was paired up against October Nights in the first round.
Oh, wow.
But we'll get to the March Madness bracket in a little bit. Cool. Yeah, October Nights won.
Oh, man.
But then Cigarette got to the second round, so.
What?
Against Powder. Yeah, so we'll talk about that later.
They're unfair matchups.
Seriously. Yeah. Okay, moving upwards. Alright, favorite song from Ocean Avenue?
Ocean Avenue, how about you?
Yeah, Ocean Avenue.
Okay,
We could
cool.
just... okay, but my question, this is going to be my question for this song. What is your next favorite after Ocean Avenue? I feel like we don't really talk much about that.
We don't. It's probably... It's a close one. It's either going to be Back Home or 1 Year, 6 Months.
Okay.
I'd probably go with Back Home.
Yeah?
Yeah, that bridge is just unreal.
Yeah. Oh, obviously.
It's that violin intro to that bridge is just probably my favorite violin part
Yeah.
of Yellowcard.
Definitely. I fully agree with you. Do you think 1 Year 6 Months is better than Rough Draft?
Ooh, it's a very good question. Whenever you throw these questions at me, I need to like listen to both songs.
Right, but then that's like you deciding in the moment.
Right. If I'm listening to the first one, I'll be like, that's the one I choose. But then with the second one, I'll be like, that's the one I choose.
Right.
So if I could somehow listen to them at the same time without them competing with each other.
Yeah, it's true.
Then I could answer it.
Yeah, that's a really tough question. I would pick Rough Draft still, personally. Yeah. When I think about this question, the next best song after Ocean Avenue, it's hard for me because I feel like with my parents' divorce, I listened to Believe a ton back then. Yeah. And it really got me through a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
It, like, helped me emotionally, helped me have hope, really. That was really big for me since I was only in 6th grade then.
Yeah.
I feel like as I've gotten older and I've hit other bumps in the road, I feel like I've always gone to, like, back home to, like the bridge, like,
right.
Everything will be just fine.
Yes.
Yeah. So I really think that song right now, if you ask me in 5 years, I'd probably be more inclined to say Back Home over Believe. Yeah. So I feel like that means like Back Home is probably the second best in my opinion.
Yeah.
It just hits right at home. And it like you can when you listen to that song you can like apply to like a multitude of situations. And it's just kind of cool how it's so relatable. That's like one of the best things about Yellowcard's music is that every song is like pretty relatable and practical.
Ryan's a mastermind.
Yeah, seriously. And then I feel like Breathing for me is number 4. Just like I feel like Breathing will always be number 4. It won't get any higher, but it won't get any lower. Yeah. Like it's just always there. It's like that constant like.
Definitely.
Yeah. That's how I feel about it. Cool. Next, favorite song from Lights and Sounds.
I would go with How I Go.
Oh wow, upset. / not as well known.
Yeah, I mean it's about big fish, which we finally watched.
Did. You watched it. I fell asleep.
But you still have to see it because I seriously would put that in my top 5 movies of all time.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're right. I definitely do.
It's such a good movie, and it makes you appreciate the song even more. Like I love the song to start with, and then once you see the movie and just how it completely relates to everything in that, it just changes it all.
Yeah, I need to stay up and watch that movie soon, before it becomes summer, and I'm listening to Yellowcard outside. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like that's not a super popular song amongst fans or often talked about.
Right.
So that's really cool. And plus Katy Perry sang on it live.
It's true, and I think in the actual recording it's the lead singer of the Dixie Chicks.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so that's really cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would go with Hollywood Died. For me, it's not even close. If that song, I've been saying this about all my favorite songs, so it's like a common theme about, I guess, who I am. But so much raw energy and like emotion put into that song, and I love how the ending is like basically 3 Flights Up, but just different instruments.
Yeah.
With the guitar.
Oh yeah.
And the violin. Like
it's
unreal. And I love I like before they break that down, I love like the bridge, how it's it's still all instruments, and they go back on the chorus for the final time.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Song. Yeah, I feel like Lights and Sounds as we get older is like it gets better. I feel like it's more of like a mature album.
Yeah.
So it's like
definitely.
Yeah, I love listening to it, like kind of like on days like this, like kind of rainy, kind of like. You're just like you're not like looking to get like super jacked up about anything, but you just want like some solid music to listen to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like there's so many good songs on that album.
I know. I was gonna say one of my sleeper favorite songs from that album is "City of Devils."
Is it really? I did not know that.
It's just there's something about it, like the melodies and like the whole feel. Like sometimes when artists write slower songs like that, it like doesn't work that well. But I think that they nailed it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, so you really like the slower songs off Lights and Sounds then?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That's interesting. I think one of the like the sleepers back-to-back songs on any Yellowcard album are Waiting Game and Martin Sheen or JFK.
Oh man.
Those songs are so good.
Martin Sheen or JFK is...
Take them all back.
Goonies.
It's so good. And just like that, I feel like that like string from like Waiting Game through like honestly like the end of the album is so good.
Oh,
it's just
goodness.
like, yeah.
It's amazing.
Like Words, Hands, Hearts too. Just that's an incredible song.
So good.
Yeah. And I feel like, but to me, it's like all of those songs lead up to the best song on the album.
Mm-hmm.
How They Would Die. And How I Go is right before that. So it's just like, that's a great
finish.
Great 1-2 punch right there in itself.
Oh,
yeah. Awesome. I'm learning a lot about you, especially through Lights and Sounds here. All right. Favorite song from Paper Walls?
Gotta go with Fighting.
Wow, okay. Yeah. Actually, I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah. Fast-paced verses and great chorus. It's such a great album, so it's hard to choose, but
yeah. I feel like you get a lot of these songs like you don't necessarily differentiate a lot of these songs.
What do you mean?
Like if you heard Afraid and Dateline, I feel like you get those songs confused once in a while. They're kind of similar, but
yeah, maybe.
What was I gonna say? My favorite song off Paper Walls is definitely Paper Walls. But I feel like lyrically, like pre-hiatus, I feel like that's like some of Ryan's best work, if not his best work in songwriting. I feel like that whole song is amazing. Yeah, and it's really cool how they start with like the orchestra in the beginning, not the
choir.
Yeah, the choir, not orchestra, the choir. That's really cool. And just like the verses hit me so hard, and then the bridge, and at the end where he says, "We'll burn it to the ground." Like, that just conjures up so much emotion that I could like conquer anything in this world. When he says
it's like a simple line, but just nails it.
Yeah, absolutely nails it. And I like how he I love the lyrics. Still hold on to this dream we had. You'll never be alone. It's like don't give up on anything that you want to pursue in your life.
Yes.
And Yellowcard's a lot about hope, and I feel like that song portrays a lot of hope, despite them not being a band for a few years after that song was written. But,
that's right.
Yeah, definitely both solid choices. Both Fighting's played a lot live, so that's nice. I will say that like hearing Paper Walls live when I was in Indy, when they did the Ocean Avenue acoustic set list, and then after they did like their like electric encore starting with Paper Walls, and like that's one of my top 3 live moments I think from Yellowcard is like hearing that song live, and that like upped it so much for me just hearing that song. Awesome. It was just so unexpected. And I was like, oh my gosh, this song is so good live. Like, it just blew my mind.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. Alright, next one. Favorite song off On You're Through Thinking, Say Yes. We're both going to have the same answer to this one, for sure.
Because we'll forever be the young, so we have to pick Be the Young.
Obviously. It's obviously Be the Young.
Those lyrics, man, it's like that song's about us.
Right. Fully. Yeah, like, I feel like Be the Young is like Paper Walls on steroids plus more relatable to us.
Yeah, definitely.
So it definitely kicks it up a notch.
Yeah, I remember when I learned that song on the piano, and then I came to visit you at U of I, and I played it in that lobby.
That was amazing.
It's a great memory.
Yeah, that is a great memory.
And that bridge, those lyrics are just so good.
Yeah, they're unreal. Any ones that like could push to the top?
Could be close. I mean, The Sound of You and Me.
Yeah, I would put that second for sure.
Yeah, just that intro and how he does that extra outro too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, that whole. Speaking of like them going wherever they want to on a song, like that's really them. Like I feel like channeling their roots kind of in terms of like instrumentally.
Oh, absolutely.
Just like going wherever they wanted to. Like that song is like, hey, we're back.
Yeah.
We're still Yellowcard. Like, let's do this.
Yeah, and there's something about his voice and like those opening lines that just like screams like, hell yeah, we're back.
Yeah, I fully agree. I also think that his voice sounds like more like pure, like on like that album. Yeah. So like hearing The Sound of You and Me like for the first time was like, whoa, like he sounds so good. Yeah. And everything sounds so good, but like his voice was like unreal. Like that was cool.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah. But in terms of just like an impactful, fulfilling, super meaningful song, probably Be the Young, for sure. Yes. I would put Be the Young is definitely my top 5 favorite Yellowcard songs of all time, no doubt. Yeah. And then I would probably put I don't know why. Whenever I want to say The Sound of You and Me, I want to say the album name.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I know. I kind of feel that way too.
But I would definitely put The Sound of You and Me in my top 10, which you may or may not.
I think I probably would.
Yeah, but that song's amazing. And I think third would be Sing For Me. just because that song's super emotional and it's an amazing slow song.
Oh yeah.
So
I would put up there "See Me Smiling" pretty close.
oh yeah, you would probably put "See Me Smiling" higher than "Sing for Me"
Yeah.
based on what I know about
It's just, oh man. I always remember from that, I think it was before that album came out, when you would send me all those different articles.
you.
And there was one where he was talking, I think he interviewed Ryan or something, and he said it was like his favorite vocal moment in any song was during that bridge.
Yeah.
When he holds that note.
Yeah.
It's just, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it is unreal. Yeah, that song's really good. I feel like, I don't know why, but that song doesn't necessarily hit home for me. But I love the acoustic version of that song. I think I like it more than the electric version.
Oh wow.
I feel like he's more like vulnerable in that song, so the emotion comes through really well.
Nice.
And I like how he says "smiling" in the very last part of the song.
Nice.
So, weird things stick out.
Yeah.
In songs, which is
yeah.
cool, for sure. Okay. Next favorite song from Southern Air, halfway through the 20.
Okay. Southern Air for me.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the same for you.
Yeah.
There's obviously 3 to choose from that
Yeah.
album.
No doubt about it.
Awakening, Sleep in the Snow, and Southern Air.
Yeah.
But Southern Air is always gonna, I mean, that intro is just,
Yeah, it's unreal.
it's so good.
Yeah.
Oh man, that bridge is, that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say that when this album first came out, Sleep in the Snow was my favorite.
Nice.
It wasn't even close. But I feel like as I've gotten older, Southern Air has taken the hold on the top spot, and Sleep in the Snow has gotten second. I feel like Sleep in the Snow is it's a lot about like rejection. It really is. But there's like hope in the song, but there's also like part of rejection. It's just like, based on where I'm at in my life right now, like I don't necessarily like need that. So I kind of said, like Southern Air is definitely better.
Yeah.
Based on that.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. And what I was thinking about today, actually, while we're talking about Sleep in the Snow, is like the past, like 3 Yellowcard albums have had like a straight like transition song right in the middle. So like if you start with the self-titled, like The Hurt Is Gone, like that's a straight transition song,
definitely.
which is cool. Like I like how they transition like from the front half to the back half of the album.
Yeah.
And then Lift a Sail, like I feel like Fragile and Dear is definitely like a transition song. It's so long and it carves in and out with so many different layers of instruments.
Yeah.
I feel like that really weaves its way from the front to the back.
Yeah.
And then you could even make the case for Illuminate at the end, where it's just like, I think it's like Ryan like pinging the piano, and he's like, ice will get thin.
Right, yeah.
I feel like that's kind of a transitional moment
Yeah.
in the album. And then with Southern Air, you have Sleep in the Snow with the ending, with Ryan just kind of like panning out with, it's a piano, right?
I believe so.
I think it's a piano. And where it's really slow towards the end, and then it goes really hard in a vicious kind. But yeah, I feel like
Maybe a little too hard.
right. Yeah, maybe a little too vicious. But yeah, I feel like they've done Yellowcard has always had like a set like structure to their album, so I feel like they added like this transitional layer since the hiatus.
Yeah.
Which
so
is
thought out
yeah,
and perfect.
right. Yeah. So sweet. All right, next I assume it's favorite song off of Lift to Sail. I feel like this could get difficult.
This could get difficult because I always think of this album as a whole and not as single songs. And where from the other albums, a lot of times I'll like, I don't know, make a playlist and like pick songs from certain them. With Lift to Sail, I don't usually listen to the songs like individually ever.
Yeah.
It's always straight through.
Yeah.
So, but thinking about it, it's probably between Fragile and Dear and Illuminate.
Dude, we're like the same person.
And I think
this podcast is probably so boring. So like, we like the same songs.
Because we're never going to disagree.
Yeah.
But I think I'd go with Fragile and Dear.
Yeah, dude, I was thinking that. That's, oh man, that's crazy.
It's so crazy.
When the album first came out, I was like, it's got to be Lift to Sail. Like, this song is basically like the main theme of the entire album, like put into one song. Like, This is it. I feel it's a great song, no doubt about it. I feel like when I've heard it live, like it's not quite as good, maybe because of like crowd interaction, like the crowd doesn't get into it as much.
Yeah.
And it's like a little slower, but it's not like slow enough where like Ryan's out there with like an acoustic guitar, like just playing it. Obviously, like it's a full-on electric song. So it's just kind of like, I feel like hearing it live, I've been like, oh, that song doesn't sound like amazing live. Like, it means a ton to the band.
Yeah.
I totally respect that. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I feel like the top two are definitely between Illuminate and Fragile and Dear. I feel like if I was to go to hear like one song right now off that album, it would be Fragile and Dear.
Yeah.
Just because like there are so many layers, as I alluded to in the previous question.
Right.
Just like it's just it sounds so amazing, and like I hate like auto-tune, but the way like they did the auto-tune in that song is like perfect.
Yeah.
Like even it's just for like 5-10 seconds tops, and then they go back to normal, and it sounds amazing. And then the bridge, like I feel like there's like an instrumental bridge and then like a singing bridge. I feel like there's just so much complexity to the song, and all of that just winds up like still being like so cohesive too, like complex, but like they really like tied it together so well.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
It's amazing. I mean, Illuminate, I feel like it's so like it's high energy. It's like really like raw. Like it gets you jacked up to hear it. But like, given that Lift a Sail, I feel like that's not like the whole point of the album to like get you jacked up. It's still more like just like think about your life and like getting over situations like and obstacles. I feel like Yellowcard is like a lot about that, but they presented it differently for this album. And I feel like Fragile and Dear more is in line with that than Illuminate would be.
Definitely. It's a wonderful breakdown.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
Continuing with the trend, favorite song from the self-titled. Oh, I wonder what we're gonna say.
What appears?
Obviously.
Yeah. That first album listen felt like yesterday.
But does feel like yesterday.
And we were struggling to get the audio to work, but when it finally did come through, and we heard this song for the first time, it's just so awesome. I love that intro. And, oh man.
I feel like this song can be broken down into like. It's basically, I feel like three or four different parts where you're just like, damn, that was sick. Damn, that was so sick. Like, this is getting so sick.
That was unreal.
Yeah, seriously though. Like, you hear like the like winding, like almost helicopter feel of the intro. I would almost compare that to like AVA-ish. But I think it's better because like you can just tell like something is gonna happen real soon. Like in Angels and Airwaves, like songs take like 45 seconds to like get going, which is fine. But like you want a song to like get going, you want it to be cohesive.
Yeah, like really cut to the chase.
Right, and so I feel like that's like the first part where you're like, damn, like that was incredible. And then I feel like the second part is like the second verse. Leading into the chorus, I guess that's a lot of things going on, but second verse leading into the chorus, leading into the Unreal bridge. Like, that's the best instrumental bridge
It's so good.
I think they've ever done.
I would say mine might actually be Gifts and Curses for favorite instrumental.
Okay, that's fair.
But those are the top two for me for sure.
Yeah, but like that second verse when he's like, when I'm gonna like struggle to say these lyrics because like when my basis on you are born, dun, dun, like that. It's just like yes, like I just want to like go like cure cancer and like go fight the world for good. And it's just like so much hope and like positivity when he says that. And then the bridge breakdown, and then like you think the song is over, but then he goes back to the very first lyrics of the whole song at the end. Yeah. And it's just like yes, like way to end it. Like that was killer.
Oh yeah, and those lyrics, it's like Ryan's just opening up with. Saying he's not what he appears.
Right. Yeah, he shows that he's very vulnerable, but he's working to become a better like version of himself. Yeah. Which is amazing. So. What other songs would you consider near the top?
Gotta go with those first four.
Yeah.
Are all in the conversation, and Fields and Fences.
Yeah.
Is so good too.
I feel like that song is just so unique to Yellowcard. There's not really like a good spot to like mix it in with like it's a place all its own.
Yeah.
But definitely the first four and the last song. I feel like the other ones obviously like still good, but nowhere near like damn like I'm gonna change the world.
Got Yours is probably my favorite chorus on the album.
I would agree with that. Oh yeah, definitely.
It's so good.
Definitely. And then A Place We Set Afire is just like amazing there's not like I wouldn't say there's like one part that stands out. But like the whole album or the whole song is just great.
Yeah, I love those verses so much.
Yeah. And speaking of Simple Plan, like that song sounds so much like Simple Plan.
Yeah, there's something with the melody that reminds me of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
definitely.
first Simple out.
So that's really cool. Not that we're like the biggest fans of Simple Plan, but it's really good. Really good. All right. Favorite Yellowcard song lyrics.
Ooh.
These are so tough.
I know. I was trying to break it down between like few lines of lyrics or like single lyric.
Yeah.
And I'd probably have to sit down for like a full day to figure out exactly. But
Yeah.
one of the first single lines that came to mind is from Soundtrack. We've got symphonies still left inside us.
Oh, that's
And that I just love that line. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just saying like our best days are still ahead, and
Yeah.
that symphony's still, man.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you're like the type of person, I know you very well, that like you would like that's something you would pick because it's like it takes like a good ear to hear that in the song and like make meaning out of it, and like a really like high energy like punk rock song.
Right, yeah.
But so like picking that out is like wow, like yeah, like that's when you like say that just like in a casual conversation, you're like wow, like that's a really cool like sentiment to live by.
Yeah, some people might miss it like in the midst of that song.
Right. I fully agree with you. My favorite is gonna come from my favorite song, Southern Air, like the bridge, the whole thing. I pulled it up so I don't screw it up. The sun lays down inside the ocean. I'm right where I belong. Feel the air, the salt on my skin. Future's coming on. After living through these wild years, I'm coming out alive. I just want to lay my head here and stop running for a while. It's just like, you know, like life is so busy. Everything's going on. Like, let's just embrace life and be joyous in the moment, and like let's accept the fact. Not even the fact. Like, let's accept where we are right now. There's symphonies still left inside us.
Yes.
There's better days ahead, but for right now, we are where we're supposed to be, and let's make the most of it.
Yes.
I love that.
Love it.
I love it so much.
That's so good.
All right. Favorite Yellowcard album. Favorite Yellowcard album cover art.
This is a tough one too. I was looking through the pictures yesterday and trying to choose. I think I might go with one for the kids.
Oh, really?
It's like, I wouldn't say like by design standards it's the perfect album cover, but there's something about that image of them just like chilling there in the desks that just gets me.
That's hilarious.
But the other one I was gonna put up there was Lift a Sail.
Oh yeah.
It's just whoever designed that, illustrated that, is a genius.
I'm looking at it right now. I feel like in terms of like pure quality, like the best cover art is definitely Lift a Sail.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
in terms of best cover,
Absolutely.
For sure. I would say my favorite. Just thinking about what the album is, I would go with Paper Walls.
Nice.
Because this is like literally paper walls down a road. Yeah. Like you're gonna watch them burn to the ground by the end of the album.
Yes.
Like it's just like cool to like think about like what is like what that represents. Like if you look in the background of the album cover, you can see like a city, but it looks almost like it's like on fire kind of.
Let's see that. Oh wow.
And I've never really noticed that.
Yeah, I need to look at all these album covers in detail.
Yeah. I feel like just like what that album represents in relation to the cover art is super cool.
Yeah. I love how much meaning you find in everything.
I mean,
you're opening up a whole new world for me.
Well, same with you. I didn't even for Soundtrack, I didn't even determine that they said symphonies left inside us. I knew they said something about we still have symphonies. I guess they did left inside.
It's kind of because he pauses before he says.
That's true. Yeah. But I've never put that together. Like you have more of an ear for that kind of stuff, whereas I could look at an album cover and be like, this is what it means in relation to it, because that's some stuff I care about, and you're a lot of people are just who gives a crap.
No, but that's awesome.
Yeah. So I would go with that one.
Nice.
All right. Number of times you've seen Yellowcard perform.
You could probably answer this better than I could.
Oh, jeez. No, we
I was trying to come up... Is it 6 for me? I made a list, and I have number 1 was the Rave in Milwaukee.
Okay, it wasn't there.
Number 2 was the Congress Theater with All Time Low.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Number 3, House of Blues with your sister and friends.
Oh, yeah. That was the Southern Air. Wait. No, there was one before that. There was
really?
one. The one year through Thinking Say Yes tour at the House of Blues with, like, Kristen. And then they played October Nights at the Encore, and we ran onto the main floor.
So we were stuck in the back?
Yeah.
Okay, I had that listed as the next one.
Sorry.
But that was before?
Yeah. That was before that one.
Okay, cool. And then... Was there anything before the one with Newfound Glory?
I don't think you had like a 2-year rut. I feel like you just didn't go to any.
I don't know what happened to me.
You had soccer. That's what happened.
Yeah, that's true. So, but
Newfound Glory, and then the self-titled / farewell.
Yeah, yeah, that was great. That intro, the audio intro for that one.
Oh,
remember that voice that came up?
Oh yeah, put your phones down. Yeah, I fully agree.
Yeah, so I think it's.
And then they had a bunch of like the famous like punk rock songs, like "Best of Me" and "My Friends Over You."
Oh,
that was so sick. Yeah, obviously Yellowcard didn't really play a part in that.
They should have covered "Best of Me."
Yeah, obviously. Okay, so you said 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think my first one, Congress Theater, when they supported All Time Low. 2, when you're through Thinking Say Yes tour. 1, we were in the back, and then we ran to the floor during the encore.
Wait, hold on. Was that the one where he forgot the lyrics?
To Cut Me Mick?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
He was like a little bit off for like a whole verse.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. That was pretty funny.
It was great.
Yeah. So we had that one. I went to one before that. I went to one where they co-headlined with Good Charlotte in Indianapolis.
Oh, yeah.
I went to that one. That was fun. So that would be 3. Southern Air Tour was 4. And remember that we saw them do the acoustic songs. They did Always Summer, Here I Am 11 Ocean Avenue, I think.
In that record store?
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was sweet. So that was 4. And then 2 Ocean Avenue acoustic tours. 1 in Bloomington and another in Indianapolis. Those are both sick. I wish you could have been to one of those.
Yeah.
I can't believe you passed that up.
What did I have? Soccer?
You had the fall one you had soccer. I don't know what you were doing in the spring. The Bloomington one was in the spring.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go on a date with my future girlfriend that day, but it didn't work out.
Hey, true love always finds a way, right?
It did find a way. Okay, so that's 6. Then I saw their Lift to Sail. I saw them do Lift to Sail with Memphis Mayfire. Matt Mullins, the guy who sings In the Deepest Well.
Oh, nice.
So I saw that with one of my U of I buddies. So that's 7. Then Newfound Glory album concert 8. Then the self-titled 9. Just missed double digits.
Oh my goodness! Reunion tour, you'll hit double digits.
Yeah.
Please do it, Yellowcard, if you're listening.
2018, please. We're just kidding, but at some point, please. So yeah, 9 and 6. That's 15. There's some people that've been to 80 shows. Like we think we're huge fans, and then like you see that, and we're like, okay, like all right, sorry, we're not huge fans, I guess, even though we are. Okay, because we're doing this podcast. And stuff.
Who else is doing this podcast?
No, yeah, exactly. No one. All right. First Yellowcard concert. I mean, I guess we said that already.
But it'd still be fun to talk about a little bit.
Totally.
So, yeah, mine was 2006. I wish you were there. I don't know why you didn't get the invite.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I probably did, and I was like, I'm afraid to go to a concert.
Maybe. I remember it was a very snowy night. Our parents drove us. It was my brother and I, Jim Brault, JT Brault. It was a blast. It was in I think there's a few different spots in the rave, but we were in the bottom level where I think the ceiling was pretty low, so it was kind of an interesting venue, but It was awesome, and I remember hearing Down on My Head for the first time, I believe, there.
Yeah.
Thinking it was so good.
Oh, that's sick.
So
Because that was before Lights and Sounds came out.
I think it was right, before.
It was right before?
Because I remember him saying, like, yeah, I'm going to play some new songs.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, so that was very cool.
That's awesome. Did they do the thing for 23 when they split the crowd?
Okay, I was just going to say that. So I remember that they split the crowd, and we were in the back for a while, and I think a few of us were trying to, like, go up the line.
Oh, yeah, you told me. Oh, I remember this story.
And then, like, a few people like, oh, come on, don't do that. And then I think Ryan looked straight at me and was like, I don't know what he said. Just, like, said, like, don't do that jokingly or something. But then we got to spend the rest of the concert near the front, so how could I be mad?
That's hilarious. Ryan, I hope you forgive my roommate. That's so funny. That's so funny.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Mine, Congress Theater, when they split All Time Low. That was like my first like real concert. I had seen Lucky Boys Confusion and at U of I in like really small venue. Like it wasn't like insane or anything.
Yeah.
But just like seeing Yellowcard live for the first time. I think they only played like 8 songs because they were supporting.
Yeah.
And like we just went nuts for all those 8 songs. It was just legendary. Like it was absurd. Like we have pictures of us. We took a picture of us and we're literally sweating through our jeans.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh,
our
man.
jeans. And it's just like, it was absurd. It was unreal. And it's like Yellowcard shows after that were like consistently 20 plus songs. So like I feel like you'd almost get tired by then.
Definitely.
But like those 8, it was just like euphoria
Yeah.
for like 45 minutes. And it was incredible.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
That was, oh man.
Yeah.
So good.
All right. Now next one. Favorite Yellowcard concert moment.
Well, I was gonna say being all sweaty at Congress Theater.
Yeah.
Because just knowing all that sweat was our love for Yellowcard.
Yeah.
And a symbol of our friendship. I mean,
Yeah, that's
trying
so
to
true.
find as much meaning as you do.
Yeah, that's a great comparison.
And then, oh, you're gonna love this story. So, I think it was the Newfound Glory show, and I remember like in the middle of that concert and thinking to myself, I was like, one day I'm gonna be like 80, and I'm gonna be looking back like, dude, I wish I could go to one more Yellowcard concert with my best friend. And then I was like, but I'm here right now.
Yeah.
Like, let's live in the moment, and like it just made me appreciate it so much more.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
that concert, yeah, it was so fun.
Yeah. I can see that for sure. That's awesome. It's a really good memory.
Thanks, man. What's yours?
I break it down into like 3, I would say. First one, obviously, the concert we just talked about, getting all sweaty. That's up there for sure.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 other moments for me that are just like, holy cow, like I can't get over how amazing that was. The first one was I think on the Southern Air tour, they started playing Empty Apartment acoustic, and then halfway into the song, right before like it's loud, like real loud in like the normal song, Ryan went over, switched to electric, and the full band came out, and like it was just nuts. Like I don't know if you remember that, but it was just like
incredible.
it was usually like when we had seen them previously, it was always just acoustic through Empty Apartment. That's it.
Yeah.
But when he switched to electric, I was just like mind blown. Like, and it was seamless. Like
Yeah.
they're all amazing performers. Just
That's
like
incredible.
it was amazing. I love that. And then I think I said this earlier, but the other moment was when they started their electric encore with Paper Walls. Like I was in like the purest state of euphoria like I could be in. I think that was like my highest moment in life. Like
That's
just
awesome.
like yes, like I can't get over that they played this song. Like it was incredible.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Next. Name a friend you've met because of Yellowcard. Can you even do
See, I was thinking about this. I don't know if I would say one that I met, but I would say stayed friends with. It would be Brinkman.
Yeah.
But did you meet him?
I met
Because-
Brinkman through Yellowcard. Yeah,
Yeah.
that night.
Okay, yeah.
So I mean you would already
I mean, I met him through soccer at Viator, but I don't think we would have stayed friends, like, really.
That's true.
Which is awesome. The Yellowcard kept us together. We should hang out with him. When was the
Yeah.
last time we saw
He's
him?
in North Carolina.
That's right.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah, I would say Tim Brinkman. Met him after the first show. And then we went to see the script with him. And then we
Yeah.
also got him into Parachute.
Yes.
And we just talked about Yellowcard a bunch still.
Yeah.
And
Miss that guy.
yeah, I do miss that guy. Yeah, I haven't really. I mean, Kristen. I mean, we were friends before Yellowcard.
Yeah, we used to have that group chat going.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. Going back through that was. We went through.
Did we?
I think we went back through that one day recently. We were like, that was hilarious.
It's so funny.
Yeah. I can't really think. I feel like I've like bonded over like Yellowcard with friends I already had and like made friends. And I feel like I know you're not a big Twitter guy, but I follow like the YC Source Twitter account.
Yeah.
And like I feel like reading their tweets and also just like commenting to the main YC Source person, I feel like builds like a Yellowcard community, which is cool. Like and it's not gonna die because the Yellowcard died. Like it's still gonna be there. And
their legend will live on forever.
Exactly. Yeah, and I love going on what used to be absolutepunk.net, now chorus.fm, and like reading all like what everyone says about Yellowcard and like all the threads. And I feel like that's just like I'm not friends with those people, but it is cool to see what other people are thinking about Yellowcard and like chiming in on the conversation.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Digital friends.
Exactly. Facebook friends.
Yes.
Alright. Favorite song covered by Yellowcard?
Ooh, I have to go with Christmas Lights because they made a Coldplay song sound good.
Yeah, that's
Coldplay
true.
Coldplay is not good, but Yellowcard is.
Yeah. Sorry, Ryan. We don't dig Coldplay.
We still love you, though. But Christmas Lights is so good. I listen to it all year long.
Yeah, you do love Christmas songs, but especially that song.
So great.
Yeah.
How about you, man?
I know this is so new, but Ready and Willing. It's just
Nice.
It's unreal. It's so good. And then when I think about like other covers they've done, like I know they've done what, Weezer?
Yeah, I think
and
maybe
Radio.
A couple.
Yeah, I think they did some Weezer. They did that Radiohead one.
Yeah.
Was that the airport one? That like was. Remember that song they covered in the airport?
Oh. Maybe that was it. I can't remember.
That was really cool. I don't think it's not like a formal recording though.
Right. Didn't they also cover Katy Perry song? Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, when they came out with When You're Through Thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. That was cool.
Hear that again. Yeah.
That wasn't my favorite ever, but it was good.
It was interesting though.
Yeah. Fix You doesn't really do a whole lot for me.
No.
Already Won.
Yeah.
That song's really good.
That song is
I would
so
still
good.
put Ready and Willing.
Nice.
Above it though.
Yeah.
Christmas Lights, super good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go back through and see if there's any that. Oh, Everywhere by Michelle Branch.
Oh my god.
Like that's a classic.
See, I knew I was gonna forget something.
That's a classic, but like I wouldn't necessarily put that at like the top.
Yeah, it's
personally.
so good though.
I think that's it for covers. For covers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go Ready and Willing. Like that song is so pure and just like the violin in the background, you just can't.
It's so peaceful and good.
Yeah, it's unreal. All right, next. What will you miss most about Yellowcard?
Ooh. That's a loaded question.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta say the anticipation of all the albums.
Yeah.
And that's Straight Through You. We'll never get that again, and it's so sad.
It is sad. That was one of the best parts for sure.
Yeah, and then obviously the first album Listens with
Oh,
you.
yeah.
So great.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we look forward to many things more than that.
Yeah, that's true. We would get so amped up. Oh, that is depressing. We'll never get that feeling again.
I know. And then I'd also have to say just the concerts. Like, screaming as loud as we could.
Yeah.
It's like the story of our lives.
Yeah.
Through Yellowcard.
Right. I agree. I feel like maybe the one thing you didn't mention there was the anticipation of concerts.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
If like I was in college and I'd be like having like every semester super hard, super tough. It's like, but if like, oh, in a month I get to go to a Yellowcard show and it's gonna be the best. Oh, in 2 weeks after this test, going to a Yellowcard show. That's gonna be unreal. And I would just get so jacked up thinking about it.
Yes.
And like, you always need things in life to like look forward to get you through the tough times now. And it's just like, I feel like Yellowcard is always like constant presence. They're always on tour. Like you could pretty much see them at least twice, even sometimes 3 times if you count Warped Tour.
Yeah.
Every year, and it's
So
just like
awesome.
it's just like there's so much anticipation of the band of like, which is kind of like I feel like a symbol of hope. Like oh maybe like this year has been kind of like bland or like not what I expected, but like Yellowcard always delivers what you want.
Yes.
It gives you a symbol of hope. Gives you like. You're so excited to hear what they've come up with next.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's...
So, I mean, I guess our lives are just going straight downhill
Right.
from here,
Thanks,
right?
Yellowcard. No anticipation left.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Appreciate it. No, I think what is important to be talked about is I don't think most of them are going to just stop making music.
No way. They can't.
So, I mean, Ryan has his recording studio. He lives with Josh. Like, they probably just play instruments, like, every day. I'm like, hey, how does this sound? Maybe not. Sorry if that's not true. But, you know.
But absolutely, anyone who's that good at music, like, they can't stay away from it.
Right.
There's no way they're just gonna throw down the violin or whatever.
Right. And I've been watching their Twitter like a hawk this past week since they broke up. And like Ryan Key has just been like, oh, Ryan Mendez is like, I can't seem to unpack like from the tour.
Oh, they're coming back.
And then Ryan Key was like, same. Like, and then Ryan Key today, he was like, so today was the first day I had to answer the question, do you play in Yellowcard with I did? Sad face. Like, it's just like, it's so sad. And
it's just so sad.
But like, I feel like there's a lot of hope. And we're supposed to get this EP from the Lone Tree, or Will and the Whiskey Men.
Right, yeah, if we don't get that, I might try to sue them.
JK. Yeah, we would love to get that.
Yeah.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, we donated, so.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think there's music still left in them. I'm so curious to know what it is. And my point that I'm trying to make is like, so like you have this one band full of all great musicians. Like they're releasing music together.
Yeah.
But like, what if they release music at different points, all during the year, all different stuff?
Oh man.
Like right. Like the anticipation may not be as like on a large scale, but you're constantly going to be like, oh, I wonder what Mendez is doing. I wonder what Ryan's doing. I wonder what Sean is doing. Like, it's just going to be interesting to see what works. Because, like, if music's in their blood, like, they're not going to stop.
Yeah, no way.
So.
What if we got a Big If comeback?
Dude, I was thinking about that, too. Like, I could just see, like, I know, like, O'Donnell doesn't want to tour a ton because he has a baby and a wife. And I think the Yellowcard members were getting older in general.
Yeah,
like
I guess those things are important.
Right, I guess. So, but I feel like that is something potentially that they would want to do, like record and like put out music, but not necessarily tour. And I feel like that would be cool just to get like side music like that from them. And that would be amazing.
It'd be fantastic.
Yeah. So should we go into our other questions that we had?
Yep.
All right. What are they?
So, the one Big If song you wish that they converted.
Yeah. So like I think we should do a review of everything that Big If put out and say what's already been covered or what was sung by O'Donnell.
Right.
So like
sounds good.
You would like probably not pick an O'Donnell song if you sung it.
True.
So all right, so they have technically redone Bug Light in the form of Awakening. Hang You Up, Empty Street, and Hide. So that leaves you with When, Triple Please. Bunny and Me was sung by O'Donnell, so it doesn't count. You Went Gold. Red Carpets. Always Almost. Monster was sung by O'Donnell.
Was Always Almost, was that a combo?
Ooh.
Is that a tell?
I felt like Always Almost was... I feel like that was kind of both of them.
Yeah, maybe.
Monster was O'Donnell. Temp Job was O'Donnell.
Yeah.
So that leaves you with When, Triple Please, You Went Gold, Red Carpets. Was that was both of them.
I think so.
And then Always Almost. So what would you pick to get converted into a YC song?
To YC, yeah. I would probably go with When.
Yeah.
I think that song is so good, and I would love to hear it in YC version, like with a violin and everything else thrown in, and in better quality. I mean, Big If songs were great. I just wish the quality was like up a notch. Yeah,
absolutely. Just to be different, I'm gonna say Triple Please, just because when I think of like Triple Please, it's like pretty dark.
Yeah.
But then like think about how good like Savior's Robes is.
Mm-hmm.
Like that song is really good, and I could see them doing something very similar with Triple Please.
Yeah.
And that would be pretty sick.
That was definitely my next choice.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, the first three. On the demo, I don't even know if these are how they really are in order.
Oh, that's right. We don't even know.
When Triple Please and Bug Light, like those three in a row were just insane.
So good.
So I feel like if they did one or Triple Please, like they couldn't go wrong with it.
Yeah.
I could see them definitely converting like Always Almost. Like that would be like pretty classic YC.
Yeah.
I just feel like O'Donnell has a big part on that song.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it might, maybe it doesn't fit the criteria we're trying to convey.
If you rejoin Yellowcard.
Well, yeah, sure.
When they get back together.
Right, that's true. And O'Donnell redid Monster on his solo album.
Oh yeah, I think I only heard that once.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's good. But let me get some water.
Gotta rehydrate.
Yeah, my voice is going. Alright, next one.
Next we have the best 4 songs consecutively on an album.
Yeah.
And top 3 of that.
Yeah, the top 3 of your best 4 consecutive songs on an album. I know that's confusing, but once we discuss it, I think it'll make sense.
Yeah.
Have you thought about this at all?
I was thinking about it. I had only picked one, but I could probably pick the rest.
Yeah.
But I would go with Soundtrack Sing For Me, See Me Smile.
Yes. That was in my top 3. That was my third.
Yeah. It's just, I love that combo. And it just keeps building.
Yeah. I agree with
We've
you.
discussed these songs and how good they are.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love it. I might have to go with the other 2 on Ocean Avenue. Probably the first 4 and the last 4.
Okay. Interesting.
I mean, I didn't really think about my top 2 and 3.
Yeah.
The second and third one. But I'd probably go with those 2.
Okay.
So, how about you, man?
For sure. My first one would definitely be the first 4 on Ocean Avenue.
Yeah.
Like, that's just amazing.
Oh,
we don't really have to talk about much about
so
that.
Good.
Second, I think, as of right now, I would say the first 4 off of the self-titled album.
Yeah, I knew.
Like, those are unreal.
I had a feeling this question stemmed from those 4 songs.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I feel like that's amazing right there.
Yeah.
And then third, soundtrack through Be the Young.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's really an argument for any others. I could definitely see people saying the first 4 on Southern Air. I think if you reverse Sleep in the Snow with Here I Am Alive, like it wouldn't even be close.
Yeah, that would destroy
I think that would be number 1 for me without a doubt.
Yeah, definitely.
Without a doubt. Not huge on Here I Am Alive, but I mean, there's still something to be said about those other 3 for sure. And then I was thinking about like Paper Walls. I couldn't really like identify 4 in a row where I was like, yeah, like that could match the others.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Like I know the last 3 on Paper Walls are amazing, but I don't know if I would like Dear Bobby. Like, kind of kills the whole 4 in a row thing. Sorry.
It's a good song, but
yeah, I mean, in terms like that just shows how good the quality is of Yellowcard.
Right, yeah.
Like, if you're not even considering Dear Bobby in like in that type of question.
If you compare these songs that we talk about, the lower tier songs, to other artists, like blows them all away.
Right, exactly. I can't make an argument for anything else.
Can you pull up the Where We Stand song list?
Right. I'm gonna ask a impromptu question.
Ooh.
Favorite Yellowcard song converted into an acoustic song?
Oh.
That's off the top of my head, so you probably don't have an answer right away.
Yeah. Do you have an answer while I ponder?
I think the coolest transition is from Avondale Electric to Avondale Acoustic. That's amazing.
Yeah.
For sure. And then my head automatically goes to like Ocean Avenue Acoustic, or When You're Through Thinking Say Yes Acoustic.
Yeah.
I feel like hearing that When You're Through Thinking acoustic album for like the first time was like unreal.
Yeah.
Like that.
So good.
Like no one song was like holy cow, like that was crazy good, but the whole thing together was just like, I'm so glad they did that.
Yeah, so good.
I
was gonna say on Ocean Avenue, what they did with Empty Apartment was pretty cool.
You love that, yeah, that's
so
true.
Cool. And then was it The View from Heaven?
Yeah, I was about to say View from Heaven.
Yeah. Yeah, the way he switched up. Was it the last line? Yeah.
Feel your fire. How he says it different?
Yeah, but what's the part where he brings a melody down?
Oh, right at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's so
Are you sure that's on View from Heaven?
I thought. He says down here. And he goes
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What they did with that.
Right. And then I also think about 1 Year 6 Months, just from a piano perspective. And what they do at the end.
Oh, yeah.
How they they make like a few of the notes extended.
Yeah.
And that's really cool too.
So cool.
Yeah. So, but I think I don't know. I think I don't love Avondale, and I love the rest of those songs. So hearing the acoustic version of Avondale, it's damn. That's sweet.
Definitely.
All right, what's the next one?
So the March Madness critique.
Oh yeah. All right. So shout out to Katie Moe on Twitter for putting this together. It was sweet. I love voting every day. It was a great, wonderful, amazing idea. We were thinking about it, how we would go about doing this bracket, and we were thinking potentially a few songs were missed on here that are pretty critically important to Yellowcard's discography, we feel like. And then also we aren't sure that we would have taken the approach of going album against album until the Elite Eight or whatever, however you would say it.
Yeah.
So if you just look on here, it's the first matchup is October Nights versus Rough Draft. And it's but then it's the next one is Powder versus Cigarette. It's just it's the quality of the top two is so much better than the next two songs.
Yeah, it's not even
It's just
fair.
why are those songs matched up in the first one? And then when I think about basically the top left, the first 8 songs are old stuff and B-sides. So it's Where's Gifts and Curses?
Was that not even
it was
in the
not
bracket?
I don't see it on here. And it's that has potential to go real far in the bracket.
Oh, yeah.
And to another extent, it's Firewater. That song's amazing.
So good.
And it's I really wish that song had made it on here. It would have been cool to see. And then of all songs to pick from One for the Kids, Cigarette, you could go Sure Shot, Big Apple Heartbreak, Drifting, Starstruck.
None of those were on it?
No.
I need to take a look at this bracket.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the cool thing is that Bombers is on here.
Yeah.
Promises. I mean, I would definitely pick Gifts and Curses to have on there instead of Promises.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Avondale and Rocket were on here from the Underdog EP. I would pick Finish Line and
Definitely.
probably Rocket still. But still, you probably only need one song from that EP.
Yeah. Underdog is so good.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you could go Underdog
Yeah.
and Finish Line
I
for
would
sure.
probably go with those two.
Yeah, for sure. The Ocean Avenue songs on here were Miles Apart, Empty Apartment, Only One, View from Heaven, Breathing, Believe, Way Away, and Ocean Avenue. What sticks out to me right there is No Back Home.
Back Home?
No 1 Year 6 Months. I mean, I understand that you have limited songs to pick from, but I feel Miles Apart is definitely lower tier.
Yeah.
On an incredible album, but still lower tier on that album.
I mean, if there were regular season games, I don't understand how some of these songs made it to this level
to
of the bracket.
the tournament.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, I can get with View from Heaven being the 6th song on there for sure.
Yep.
But then what about Life of a Salesman too, or I mean, there's just other songs.
Can't leave that out.
And then Way Away versus Ocean Avenue in the first round, and Breathing and Believe in the first round,
That's oh man, heartbreaker.
Yeah. But at the same time, kudos to this bracket that I think it gets a lot. The final 4 is still pretty solid with Light Up the Sky, Ocean Avenue, Be the Young, and Fields and Fences. The bracket still gets you to where you want to go.
Right. The best songs will still prevail.
It's true. It's just thinking about projecting the bracket.
Yep.
Lights and Sounds, Sure Thing Falling, I can definitely get with. I feel that's one song we haven't talked at all about. That's unreal.
It's so good.
That's amazing. Talk about a song that pumps me up.
Yeah.
Martin Sheen or JFK, I can get with. Rough Landing Holly, Hollywood Died, Gray, City of Devils, Lights and Sounds, Down on My Head. I can get with basically all those songs, probably besides Gray. Switch it out for like How I Go or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's understandable from my perspective. Having Finding Holly versus Hollywood Died though, first round, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Hollywood Died won, which makes me feel better. Hollywood Died when it was the top Lights and Sound song that came out, so that makes me feel good.
Yeah, that's good.
And October Nights came out of the Old Sides of B stuff, so it's like
That's fair.
it's without Gifts and Curses being there.
Yeah, that's gonna win.
I think it's fair. All right, Paper Walls, that came out of it. Light Up the Sky, 5 Becomes 4. Great song that we haven't talked about at all.
Oh yeah,
great song.
Another Goonies reference in there.
Is there?
Remember the line "Never Say Die"?
Yes, you're right.
Goonies never say die.
Fighting, The Takedown, Afraid, Keeper, Paper Walls, Cut Me Mick. I can get with. I would say that's pretty good. I would probably put Dateline over Afraid, and I would probably put You and Me in One Spotlight over Keeper. Yeah. But I know some people love Keeper. Like, it's just the thing. Like, some people just, like, absolutely love Keeper.
Yeah.
So, that's fine with me. But then, to me, it's like, Fighting and The Takedown were against each other first round. That's kind of rough. And then Paper Walls and Cut Me Mick were against each other. And that's kind of rough to me. Because Cut Me Mick is amazing.
Oh, man.
One other song we haven't really talked much about, but is still legendary.
Unbelievable.
When You're Through Thinking, With You Around, Hide, Sing For Me, Hang You Up, Be The Young, soundtrack, For You and Your Denial, Life of Leaving Home. It's like, where is the sound of you and me in that? Right? Like, I feel like that needs to be on there.
Yeah.
For sure, instead of Hide. Where soundtrack, I feel like not a lot of people love soundtrack, so I can see it not being on there, but for me, it's like, I'd rather have that on there than... Yeah. Oh wait, soundtrack is on there. Just kidding. Sorry. Terrible. I'm a terrible human being. So that makes sense. Just trading out the sound of You and Me for Hide. That makes sense. Alright. Moving on. Southern Air. Here I Am Alive. Telescope. Sleep in the Snow. Vicious Kind. Southern Air. Awakening. Always Summer. Surface of the Sun. When I think about it. Words Rivertown Blues. That song's amazing.
Yeah. I can't believe it didn't make it.
That could definitely be over Telescope. A Vicious Kind is there. I mean, I don't know. So, and then for the first round, this one kills me. Southern Air versus Awakening.
Oh my god.
It's just like, those are two top, probably 6 Yellowcard songs ever.
How did these get seeded?
I think it was just kind of like, it seems like it was like kind of like similar song. First round.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to pick one right away, but it's like that's not a true like depiction of like how good that song is.
Yeah.
Because like Southern Air losing in the first round to Awakening, it's just like that kills me.
That's.
But then it's like Cigarette made it to the second round.
Oh man, Cigarette must be better.
Exactly. So that throws me for a loop. I'm excited to talk about this one for Lift to Sail. MSK. California, Illuminate, Lift to Sail, One Bedroom, Transmission Home, Crash the Gates, Make Me So. MSK is great. One song we haven't talked about.
Yep.
Which is unreal.
So
love it. Feel Like Fragile and Dear should really be on there. Probably for One Bedroom.
Yeah.
I would say.
Absolutely.
Other songs, can't really... I love My Mountain, but I feel like that doesn't get a lot of traction in the Yellowcard community for whatever reason. I feel like it's the most Yellowcard song on that album.
Yeah.
So, I don't question that, but I think about it. Then, for the self-titled, Fields and Fences, Empty Street, Rest in Peace, The Hurt Is Gone, Savior's Robes, Place You Set Afire, What Appears, Got Yours. Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
That leaves Leave a Light On off, and it also leaves Wrecking Ball off. So, probably fair. Overall, I think I would try and not seed like the amazing songs against each other.
Yeah.
First round. But still, like, really cool idea. I hope this comes around every March Madness just to see if it ever changes.
Yeah, shout out, because that was awesome.
Good job. Good work. Thanks for doing that, Katie.
Maybe you should make your own bracket if you think you can do it.
Yeah, I did do that. But then you were like, well, like, why even do this if you're just going to seed them the way you want? So props to Katie for thinking of a way to bracketize the songs.
Yeah, absolutely. And she got us talking about it, so she's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, what's the next one?
We might be the last most embarrassing YC moment.
Yes, this is a classic. All right.
Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
All right, so this wasn't in the scrapbook, but I had this saved on my computer of like a memory of our When You're Through Thinking Say Yes listen.
Yeah?
You're going to think this is so much.
Oh no, I'm a little nervous.
It's not that bad, but it's kind of humorous. So I'm going to read it to you.
All right.
I wrote this like a day or two after. So, When You're Through Thinking Say Yes is amazing. The whole album is so solid. That night was crazy when it leaked. I listened to 1 minute and 24 seconds of The Sound of You and Me. And then I had to go see Hall Pass with Will Hall and Tyler Stanley. When I got dropped off at home after the movie, they kept talking to me in the car in the driveway. The suspense was killing me. I finally made it in my house. I talked to my parents and then went to the bathroom. The infinite smile was pouring out of me. The adrenaline was flowing like no other. I was going crazy and I ended up peeing all over my hand.
That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible.
But I didn't care at all. On the way over to Maple Street, I went nuts. It was crazy. I was screaming at the top of my lungs, "Yellowcard! Yeah!" I also said many, many more things along those lines. I was so pumped out of my mind. The CD did not let down. It was incredible listening for the first time. It was everything we wanted it to be. YC is back for good with like 7 exclamation points.
That's unreal. Why did you write that down?
I just had it in this like Word document on my computer.
That's amazing. Oh my goodness.
I knew you'd get a kick out of that.
That's unreal. I'm so pumped you told me that story. Oh my gosh.
Did I ever tell you any of that? That I like peed on my...
You never told me the pee in your hand part. I knew you were like frantically trying to leave your house after getting dropped off. I remember that.
Because the album leaked and then I had already had plans with Will and Stanley and I was like,
right.
I love these guys.
Yeah.
I want to listen to Yellowcard.
Seriously. And I was like... And I was with my ex-girlfriend, Laura, and I was just, like, trying to, like, get her to leave so that you could come over and we could listen to the album because we were so jacked up. And turned out it was a great decision.
Yes.
My most embarrassing moment, this is far and away, no doubt about it for me. Turnabout, after party at Donnie's. We were maybe under the legal age of drinking and starting to try that out. And I was drunk or pretended to be drunk. And after the ex-girlfriend left, we decided it was a good idea to call up another girl and sing her the entire When You're Through Thinking Say Yes album from front to back. And it was so embarrassing and so weird, and it was pretty cringy.
But kind of epic.
It was pretty epic. Girl did love it.
She probably loved it.
Yeah. So I feel that was super embarrassing looking back on it. Probably wouldn't ever do that again. But at the time, it was pretty funny. And I don't really regret it, but it's still pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
So
you should sing a whole album to Hannah.
I should. She would probably not like that at all. But that's all right. You got anything else, man?
I think that might be it.
Yeah, my voice is going.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for like
an hour and 18 minutes and 30 seconds.
Perfect. Wow, that's a long time to talk about one band. Awesome. Well, whoever listens to this, probably less than 10 people ever, we appreciate you sticking through it and listening to us talk about how much we love and are obsessed with Yellowcard. And may all of your dreams come true. And let's hope for a Yellowcard reunion tour very soon.
Yes. Yellowcard, I love you.
Woo!
You're the best.
Bye.
See ya.